All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Wheels and Whiskey. On today's episode, we go back over, well, it ended up being 3 of the 4 wild turkey that we have right now since it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Kind of give them another taste. We really didn't talk much about them because we started rambling along.
Yeah.
But we do give them another try to refresh our memories on them. We talked about the new Corvette that came out, or not, I guess, got revealed.
Yeah, revealed.
The new Celica that might potentially be coming out.
Yes, sir.
We finally took an adventure up to Door County in the Porsche.
Talked about all that.
And I think that was it.
And a little bit of Gatlinburg in there.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of Gatlinburg at the end. So.
And Grid Life and how we missed it.
Oh, yeah, and we missed Grid Life, too.
Yeah.
There's just everything.
Yeah,
All right,
so we talked about a lot. So be prepared.
enjoy the episode. So, yeah, we didn't do any whiskey then. We haven't done whiskey in 4 weekends.
Yeah.
Because the last episode was with Austin.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's been a while actually
has
since
been.
we've done it. So we'll see if our palates are even up to.
They're probably far off, but I'm excited to be pleasantly surprised. So
Yeah.
what we're gonna do, because we're at the halfway mark for the wild turkey, we have 4 of their bottles that we tested.
Yep.
We did not go out and get another one, so we're going to refresh our memories, redo each 4 in small amounts.
Oh, you didn't want to do shots?
We have other stuff to do today, and then yeah, we'll carry on. So what do you want to do first? We got the one down underneath the table too.
Yeah. So I mean, we got Russell's right here. I don't know if you want to grab that. Shoot. Do you want to just start off with Russell's?
Yeah, let's just do it. We'll do. Yeah, we can probably do one. I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
I got water, so if we need to swig them out, we can.
Perfect.
It's no biggie. You're in the Glencairn.
All right, so here's the cork. This one was very, very.
Wasn't that one weird?
One of them was pressurized, dude. Like really in there.
So there's somebody on the Wisconsin Bourbon Facebook page that I'm a part of that got a bottle of like Jefferson's or something like that. I think that's what it was on the bottle.
We haven't not even tried those yet.
But he was pulling the cork off the bottle, and the wood at the end of the cork separated itself from the cork, and the cork stayed in the bottle. So he's just like, what should I do? And I was just like, that's like totally something that happened to me, especially if I spent like $150 on a bottle.
Wouldn't you just get like a wine bottle opener?
Well, you could, but then now what?
Yeah, that's
what are you gonna? What are you?
You have to get one of those
Right.
really awkward toppers.
Yeah, which are just like ugly. So
Yeah.
especially for an expensive bottle, it'd be kind of janky. But
Well, how about this? How about we talk about what we've been up to while we're tasting these two? Because we don't really need to do a whiskey segment for this episode here.
100%.
Just rubbing that right in there, huh?
Yeah, it just kind of splooging around.
Okay, so small recap. It would have been Ridge Rollout.
Yeah, Ridge Rollout was the
so
last.
we'll continue right after Ridge Rollout.
Yeah.
We talked in that episode about driving through the storm, and
Did we talk about? No, we didn't.
talked about at the end of the episode we talked about how it was approaching, but we didn't know how bad
in
it was
the
gonna
YouTube
be.
video.
Yeah, in the YouTube video, the
Oh
podcast.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm fucking all over the place
Yeah.
with that. Yeah, that was brutal. That was seriously brutal, and I had to be somewhere. Like I had a 3-hour drive to get.
Dude, it's just
north.
wild. Like we left, and as soon as we left, you called me.
Yeah.
Because you're right behind me, and you're like, "No, we need to get to a gas station now."
Yeah.
And as soon as we pulled in, that was the darkest wall cloud I've seen in my entire life.
It was very dark. Well, and that's what I was thinking. Like we had just turned out of the driveway, and we were headed towards. We were just heading our normal route to get home.
Yeah.
But I was just looking at the radar the whole time, and I'm like, okay, so we have to drive through that town, which is the storm is actually currently in there because it's kind of like angled.
Yeah, it was weird.
You know, it's like it was more the northern part. The more northern we were going, like that was already covered with the storm, so it's kind of wrapping down.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, like, dude, 10 minutes up the road, this storm has already hit, so like we have to pull over now. And I do not want hail damage on my truck, and I definitely do not want any more dents on the Porsche. So, yeah, we had to pull over.
And then you were also mentioning this was coming off of Summerfest. We didn't know if your truck was actually leaking or not.
Yeah, and I don't know if I had done any. Did I hit? Did
not
I
that
do-
point
I don't
because
think I've done it
afterwards,
yet.
then we determined it was the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it worked out well. We sat at Quick Trip for like 45 minutes to an hour.
That water came in quick.
That water would, dude. It was pouring.
Yeah.
That was a lot of freaking rain, to be quite honest. I was more concerned about the Porsche though, with the water coming up in, because we don't. Did we have the shield on underneath? Yeah, we had the shield on.
That was our first drive with the
With the shield on.
what do you call that? Not rock
Skid
guard.
plate.
Skid plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
The shield.
The shield, yeah. So the shield was on. I wasn't super worried about a monsoon of water getting underneath that, but at the same time, dude, you drive through one big puddle with a car like that, and
I know.
it's done and over with. So had to be smart there. We did end up driving it in the rain though afterward, because the storm literally, like, it got to us faster than hell. That storm was moving like 70 miles an hour, right? It was coming in hot. But as soon as it got over us, it slowed down and just stayed storming.
I know, because we thought
forever.
we thought our phones weren't updating. That's just
Right.
how slow it was.
That's
It
how
was just
slow it was.
Yeah.
It hit us faster than
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
But then just stayed put right where it was. So, and then literally, I'm not being dramatic when I say this, the entire storm was a snake line north, and it followed our exact route
Yeah.
all the way home.
Yeah, of the red.
And
the red part of the storm. Yeah.
and it did not move. It stayed in that same spot.
Yeah.
I think when I finally did not drive in rain was because it started raining a little bit in Oshkosh when that bitch almost hit me. I don't know if you remember that.
And then almost hit me right
Yep,
after that.
and then
yeah.
almost hit you right
Actually,
after that.
actually came within like 4 inches of my car and then pushed
Literally.
me off the highway.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started downpouring immediately again. Like we had hit a little break in Oshkosh, but then it rained for the most part through Appleton, and then up towards Green Bay is when it finally was just like not raining anymore.
Yeah.
So that was good. Lauren and I did finally get to actually use the tent that night too for the first time.
How was that?
So it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Rich, my old boss, he sorry, I had to let that one out there.
Oh man.
He had ended up giving me a little bug thing, this little mosquito thing for the camping. I have to give it back to him yet. I think it's still sitting in my truck, but basically you can charge it, and it's a lantern, so it's got a light.
Does the zappy?
No, it doesn't. It actually poofs out like moisture.
Oh yeah,
like
the
bug killing
the
moisture.
thermocells.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
So I put that inside the tent after I popped it up. We put all the blankets and pillows in. It is late at night, but we put all the stuff inside the tent, popped the light on, went back inside, got kind of ready for bed and all that, and came out and like I put the lantern like right next to the door. And it's kind of a bitch because like when you're getting into a tent, you want to have good zipper control, right?
Yeah.
You know this more than anybody.
Yeah.
You want to have good zipper control. But when
Yeah.
you're coming off a ladder and like finagling your body in, and you were just walking around in like a muddy, gravelly area,
Yeah.
you want to kick your feet off too. So it's kind of a lengthy thing to have good zipper control. So having that little thing right there though was great because it's just like poofing up stuff and bugs weren't coming in, and we slept the whole night. It was great. The 2-inch thick mattress isn't as comfortable
No.
after sleeping in it for 7
I was
8
gonna
hours.
say my guess is probably if you roll onto your side, your shoulder just digs into it.
Yeah, it starts to flatten a little bit over time, but you know, we had brought a comforter. You put it over the top. I think if we got a thicker comforter and put it over the top, you wouldn't even like it'd be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But it's better than most of the tents that come without a mattress in them, or sleeping on the ground with an air mattress. Fucking air mattress. I hate air mattresses. Last time Laura and I camped with an air mattress, it was like 3 hours later that it completely deflated, and we were just on hard surface.
Well, I've been camping for the past week and a half, and literally,
yeah, literally.
and I haven't been sleeping on a mattress at all.
What have you been sleeping on?
Ground.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just put a blanket down?
My sleeping bag, but I'm sleeping in the sleeping bag.
See.
So
Yeah, and the sleeping bag ain't
as long as you
thick.
clear the rocks, I don't have an issue with it. But
Yeah.
I've also been ruined by the government. So
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. You kind of learn it like, oh my
Plus,
god,
like-
FTX, all that
yeah,
stuff.
plus like all the shit that we've been doing this week at all these campgrounds that we've been at.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I don't think me and Quinn stayed up past 10 a single night that we were camping.
Really?
Yeah, we just called it quits. Fucking went to bed.
Really?
We were so exhausted.
You guys
so
all
it
had like
helps.
who was it? It was just you, Ben.
Well, no. So
Ben,
last me Ben.
Ben. Holy
Last
crap.
weekend, what was it? Last weekend, me and Quinn went to High Cliff,
Yep.
and then we camped at High Cliff, but we drove down to Elkhart Lake, and then through Elkhart Lake, we went to Colorado, which is where
Yep.
me and you are going to be staying
Yep,
next weekend.
I can't wait for that.
And then I came back to work for like a day, 2 days, and then we left again on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and was at Peninsula State Park for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with Ben, Izzy, Quinn, me, and then my mom and Scott.
Yeah.
And then we drove back Friday evening and woke up early Saturday morning, and then
Drove all the way back.
drove all the way back. So
Which was a good time. It was a great time. So yeah, yesterday this is the day after.
okay,
that.
hold on though. Remember when the car didn't run and you kept saying, "Ugh, I just can't wait to drive this to Door County." We
Yeah.
finally did that yesterday.
Literally for the first time.
And the whole time I was driving that car, I was just like, this thing is like a trusty steed, dude. We're like, just like discovering the backcountry of Door
Seriously,
County on these
seriously.
roads. It was just wild.
No, that car was a pleasant surprise. You know, like we had taken it to Elkhart, but I don't know. I feel like this one was a little bit.
Were you
more,
worried about it? I
I
was worried
wasn't
about
super
it.
worried about it.
You didn't see the toolkit in the back of the car.
Did
I
you
put
bring a toolkit?
every single thing situation that could have gone wrong with
Yeah,
that car
you
that we
brought a
know
tool
of the
for it.
issues. I brought a tool so we wouldn't have to get screwed, you know.
Dude, I'll be honest. It was the Sister Bay when you killed it and
Yeah.
and took a turn. That's when I was like, yeah, that's still a big potential.
What do you mean going down the hill?
Going down the hill and
Oh, yeah.
with the traffic
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
had there? That
Yeah,
was
the
pretty
only
bad.
issue we ran was traffic and the car was overheating.
I was also
and-
just worried about you guys inside the car more than the car overheating itself. I was more worried about you guys overheating inside the car.
Quinn was struggling.
yeah, it was.
She was fine up until Sister Bay.
Yeah,
As soon as we stopped, then the temp increased because the temp stayed cool. It stayed
Yeah.
probably like 65 inside the car.
it was nice.
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
But as
outside.
soon as we stopped and that airflow went away, and then the metal started to heat up, and
then the seats start to heat up after
Yeah,
sitting outside
yeah.
for a while. I think after the winery was when it was like
she struggled after the winery.
it was
bad,
hot.
yeah.
Even the
Yeah.
the TT was even like a smoke show inside there.
Yeah.
Lauren sat down in the leather seats. They're
It's
just
not it.
No, it's not.
Dude, it's
I'm
so
not a
garbage.
fan.
Even with AC, just because the air conditioning will never get to the leather underneath
No,
you.
it doesn't. Especially if you got your swamp ass sitting down.
I know.
there. You're
I
never
know.
gonna get airflow.
Yeah.
You're just cooking the whole time.
That
so.
was the worst one we've ever had.
That
Oh
was.
my god.
That
Yeah,
one
no, it
hurt.
was just cool that whole time. I was thinking like we're doing this right now.
Yeah. No,
What'd
it was
you
great.
What'd you think of the drive?
I thought the drive was great. I'll be honest. I was kind of expecting the scenic byway to be a little bit more scenic.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I was a little bit disappointed in the fact that there was a lot of straight road, with a lot of just like overgrownness on each side.
Like
You know?
vegetation. Yeah.
Like, what is the scenery? Where's the scenery? You know?
Yeah,
what
I feel
mean?
like there should have been more coastline shit.
more
Like the
coastline.
part where we went through like Ephraim and all of those cities was
yep.
cool.
So that's
Minus
why
the traffic.
I really want to go. We got to go back during fall
Yeah.
and hit that one road up because it's a good like 15-minute road. We were on there for a minute.
Which section?
I'm talking about the where you turn right on that T roundabout and go all the way down to the water. And then
Oh,
turn
the one that
left.
you're talking
Yeah,
about?
the
Yeah,
windy
yeah,
road.
yeah.
I want to go back and bring you to that one because that one is coastal the whole time. The only time where it's not coastal is when there's a big property
Yeah.
that's sitting right next to the right side where you can't see the water. But for the most part, you can see the water the whole time. But those roads are, I'm talking like second, third gear the whole time.
Yeah.
You're just winding through. So, yeah, we got to go back to that. Great road. I'm sure we passed the road at some point now that I think about it. Because we quite literally went like a little bit over it if you think about it. Because if we were supposed to be, if that road's right next to the coast.
Well, I saw it, and I'm not gonna look it up right now. I saw the road. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I saw it, but it was so far out of the way, and I didn't.
Yeah.
We hadn't talked about it really prior, so I was just like,
Yeah.
we'll do this one. I thought maybe that was it, but it wasn't. But
No, that's fine. We'll go hit it on a cooler time of the year. Maybe get all the windows rolled down in the Porsche by then, or AC.
yeah, see,
going.
that's what we should have done. Is we should have figured out how to jump it
yeah,
with the switch off, so my window's down the whole day.
yeah.
That was kind of a bad because think about all that hot air that just stays in there. But anyways, yeah, very very good. That road up at the very top of Gills Rock, that curve you on.
That was awesome. That was a
Wasn't
good
that
time.
just a weird?
Lauren freaked out a couple times while I was going over some of the humps.
Yeah.
So I was going. I mean, we were cruising a little bit. I mean, we were going.
I was trying to go like have spirited driving without the attention seeking of the two red cars.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Because that's the last thing that I wanted was to get pulled over.
Mhm.
Which we did a great job. I mean, there's totally, I don't know. There's ways to drive around and have a spirited driving without being a complete asshole.
Yeah.
And I think we did that all day yesterday.
Except for when I made the pass in that car and it was a
Right in front of a
like
cop.
what was it, state patrol or whatever.
See, but also in your defense, like a cop, if it's a passing zone, a cop can't pull you over
for
because
speeding
you
to
passed
pass
him.
somebody.
Right, exactly. So you have to get up to speed to be able to overtake somebody.
Right.
So, and also in your defense, that cop doesn't know what speed the person you're passing is going.
Correct.
So it's really just like if you passed him going 100, okay, yeah, you
Right.
can tell, right? But if you passed him at like what 55, 60, maybe
I probably
70.
got up to about 70 when I
Yeah.
passed him. But
See, and
yeah.
at that point, it's like
But that was the issue. He was going 55.
right. It's also
in
a
a
county
55,
road,
but-
well, maybe not a county road, but
like,
it's a
dude,
byway.
Yeah.
Like
The SUVs ruined that whole trip for me.
they did. Yeah, that was bad.
Just these fucking people that don't know what road they're on and
Yep.
don't know where they're going, don't know how roundabouts work. But yeah, that's the problem was those who went on the weekend. So
Mhm.
I mean, that is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the tourists up there, and
Yeah, it's a great place. Honestly, dude, for more than just the driving and the wineries and the breweries, that beach there at Sister Bay, Lauren and I have gone a couple times with Josie and Evan. And it's a great time there. I mean, Door County's a good time. I wouldn't mind just renting out a place one of these days and,
Yeah.
walking around, getting a little drinking going, a little bit of food. They got great food there that in
Yeah.
some of these restaurants that they don't have down here, they got up there. Obviously that one bar, the Garage. I fucking
yeah,
love
we
that
fucking
place.
missed that one.
Just a great bar.
You want to get me another glass?
Yeah, you want
Let's do Rare Breed Dry.
you want to do another glass?
Yeah, just because I don't want to drink all of this shit. I know it doesn't really look like a lot on camera, but it adds up.
Oh shoot.
And then we'll just put
This is great.
each bottle. Yeah, Russell's 10. I do remember this. This isn't even the best of the Russells. So
Not even close.
very, very good. Yeah, let's do that Rare Breed Rye because we both like that more than Rare Breed, I believe,
Loved
right?
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, in other news, what else do we got that's new?
So
Is there a hair?
there's some garbage inside of here.
Ew.
Sorry. While I've been camping, some pretty big news from GM that I told you about. That you don't
Yes.
even know yet.
Yes, that
So
is
we're
a
gonna-
hefty pour. Especially if we're drinking a little bit with the salmon tonight. I mean, Christ.
Oh yeah, we got some salmon, courtesy of Queen's Dad.
Might have to get a little tobacco too while we're at it.
We got tobacco right there.
Oh, would you?
I actually bought one while I was camping. I smoked 3 cigars in 1 week. It was insane.
Oh my god, dude.
I actually got that exact one in a larger one because I wanted to try it. Very, very good. So
Really?
we're in for a treat.
I'm excited.
What the fuck was I just saying? Oh yeah, I wanna-
Corvette.
We got that light. We got to make sure we're blocking.
Corvette reminds me of another word.
So,
Just like
oh, shut the fuck up. All right.
just
You
know.
No, so I'm gonna look this up because I want to make sure what I'm saying is correct. But we're talking about the new Corvette ZR1.
Corvette ZR1.
So Corvette ZR1 is always the high pinnacle of a Corvette.
Right.
But this is the C8, and I don't think anyone's expecting this. First of all, I'll show you the photos of this. They made the first one that that they unveiled is in the same yellow as the GT3.
So it
Cup
is
car.
is a Z06 below ZR1,
Yes.
and is it considered a Z06 ZR1?
From what I've understood, is the Z06 is track oriented. The ZR1 is the wildest performance you can get.
Okay.
Basically,
sense.
if you watch videos on this, it sounds like this car wasn't designed, and I could be wrong, but it sounds like this car wasn't designed primarily track. It was designed primarily road with insanely crazy performance. Like a Bugatti Veyron isn't
Yeah.
a track car.
No.
You know what I mean?
not
It's the
at
same
all.
thing.
Yeah.
Which this has a better power to weight ratio than the Bugatti Veyron. So 2025 Chevy ZR1 in the same yellow as the GT3 Cup car.
Wow. It looks very identical to the Z06, and
Way bigger wing.
wow.
Way bigger wing.
So the Z06 has carbon fiber wheels. Does this one have carbon
This
fiber
does
wheels?
too, yeah. So, all right, so this is big. So this has the new, and most of this I'm doing off my head from the videos because all of these just have terrible information in these articles. But so this is actually a new engine. This is called the LT7. So it's based off the LT6, which is the previous flat plane crank V8 that they had in the Z06.
Okay.
But it's slightly updated. It's got a dry sump oil system, that's pretty crazy. And then it's twin turboed. So
That's wild.
the twin turbo,
That is
okay,
a lot.
gives it, what's the exact horsepower number? I believe it's 1,064 horsepower.
Holy fuck.
It is. So it's essentially newer version of the Z06's LT6 flat plane V8. So 1,064 horsepower twin turbo 5.5 liter V8. It's enough new hardware and parts that it has a new designation LT7, which is why. Bunch of other shit that most people don't care, but if there's two different variants, this is what's crazy about this. Okay, the Z06
variants.
The Z06, I'm pretty sure you can only get in the Z06 package.
Right.
This one you can get in the normal Targa top body with no carbon fiber, just your standard, the removable top, with 1,064, or you can do the ZTK performance package, which is stiffer springs, Pilot Sport Cup 2R rubber, and it has like an aero package that produces a shit ton of downforce. So what's cool about it is if you just want a 1,064 horsepower twin turbo V8 Corvette, but you don't want all that extra, you don't want it to look like a track car,
right?
You could quite literally have a car that looks exactly like Bob's $60,000 base model Stingray,
but has
it's fucking wild.
That's crazy.
Some shit. The prices aren't out yet, but it's expected to start around 180,000 and go up to 205,000.
I'm sure it'll be over the 200,000.
Dude, it's just crazy. But okay, I can't find this in the articles, but let me do this off the top of my head. The tips, these are just crazy information. The tips of and I told you this, tips of the turbine blades in the turbo reach 1.7, Mach 1.7.
That's crazy.
And I think it was the temperature of the turbo housing reaches 1/3 of the temperature of the space shuttle upon re-entry into the atmosphere. What? Like, what the fuck is that shit?
That's fucking insane.
It's crazy. It's got better power to weight ratio than the Bugatti Veyron, which is previous, like,
that is crazy.
Just wild.
That in itself is
just wild. And I think it was only 600 to 700 pounds heavier than a normal Z06.
Really?
And you get all of that.
That's not bad.
Oh, and this is the best part: 1,064 horsepower, rear-wheel drive only.
Oh, nice. Love that. Yeah,
that's how you do it. Yeah. So GM has been fucking. I said this to you. GM is having a Toyota moment right now.
GM is entirely having a Toyota moment.
I think with this platform, they are now able to do what Toyota's done with all of their sports cars and their GR line, and so I mean, good for them because GM and Ford, all the domestic companies have been just shit.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I'm excited to. Well, we'll eventually see one
at some point. Hey, maybe there's gonna be one at IMSA.
Yeah.
They're
well, I don't know because they just unveiled it, but maybe somebody has one. All I know is when the Z06 was unveiled, it took us probably 6 months to see one in person, and now we see I've seen 3, I think,
plus the one that was in our
so
podcast
eventually.
last.
Yeah, that's fair actually. Dude, I totally forgot that.
Literally that was the Z06.
Yeah.
It didn't have carbon fiber wheels though. They were forged.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was kind of like, I love the design.
Yeah.
The design of those forged wheels were phenomenal. The spokes were just beautiful, but yeah, they weren't forged. I was kind of confused about that.
Yeah, that's rye whiskey right there.
It is. It tastes phenomenal.
Okay, so while we're on here, let me try that.
Honestly,
you tried it already?
Honestly, the only rye that I actually enjoy. This is great. Of the ones that I've tried, there's a lot that we haven't tried.
When you get Angel's Envy rye, I had that at a bar.
Was it great?
Holy shit.
Really?
So good. Yeah, dude, this is a really good rye. Very, very good. The other car that came out that we had lightly talked about, I want to show you the renders of this. It's the new Toyota Celica. This is going to kill the Supra. 100%.
You think so?
Oh, yes. This is going to destroy the Supra. Wait till you see this. This is okay. Here's this expected price range is $39,000 to $46,000. Okay. You ready?
That's actually a solid price.
God, this is a fucking terrible way to.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. Whoa. So that's obviously renders, right?
This is renders, but like this is my favorite generation of the
Mhm.
Slows of the Celica. The quad headlights, like the GT4.
You like that one?
I do.
What's the one after that?
The one after that is the one that we filmed.
Yeah, that one I don't mind, but it's got to be built properly. Like it's gotta
Right
be,
there,
It's got to be
right
built
there.
the right way.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool too.
That
with
one's
the pop-up
great. I
headlights.
love that.
Yeah, that's the original. Or no, that's the
Yeah.
original. But yeah, dude, could you imagine if that's what it ends up looking like?
So I heard that they were building, or that they were planning on coming out with a Celica. So that's like 100%.
I think it's all been hints right
Gotcha.
now from like
Okay.
high level execs at Toyota.
That would
And
be
the-
wild.
But I would expect this to be true because in addition to this, I told you Honda is allegedly going to bring back the Prelude, and they're going
Yeah.
to do it with a hybrid powertrain.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to have a better effect than the 86?
Yes.
Because I thought that was a very like limp,
The first gen or the second gen?
the new one.
The
new
the
one.
second gen?
Yeah, the second gen, the one that's out right now that everybody.
Yeah, I do too. I think
I thought it was very.
I think a lot
boring.
of people were disappointed in that.
It is a
But that
yeah.
first, the redone version of it
Yeah.
that Subaru Scion and
Right.
Toyota did, I think that was the FRS BRZ and
Yeah,
86 was
yeah.
a really good launch to bring
Yeah.
back that name.
Yeah.
The second generation was no.
Yeah.
And it was also really weird that like shortly after that, Nissan came out with the Z and the headlights look identical.
Yeah.
That's weird. But no, as long as they, with the Prelude and the Celica, as long as they don't pull a Z
See,
and price gouge the fuck out of it, they will
That's-
sell great.
that's where
because
the
they didn't
Z
do that
went
with
wrong.
the Supra. Didn't do that, and the
That- yeah.
Supra did phenomenal.
and the Supra is still doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love the Supra.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great. It drives great. It's a good and it's a solid price range.
Mhm.
But like I was even Lauren and I, we always take a little rip on over to Berkshire
Yeah.
and Victory Lane. There was like a month ago a Nissan Z sitting there in maroon, sitting on a podium too. Right when you drive in, you see it just sitting there. And I think it was last weekend or the weekend before we drove through again, and it's still sitting there. And I'm pretty sure they're asking about $50,000 to $60,000 for
This
it,
is wild.
which is like, what? You know what I mean? It just doesn't.
Yeah,
make any
especially
sense.
learning Alex's issues with
Yeah,
like modding
yeah.
it too. It's like that's just a weird. I don't know. I see what they were doing with it, and I think like what they did with the body style is really cool. How those taillights are pretty retro.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
cool, but they appeal to a market that I think isn't there.
No,
And I'm talking on my ass right now because I'm not part of that market. And I don't know anybody that's
No.
part of that market. But I
Yeah.
just feel like when you look at that price range, you look at that car, those kids that want that,
Yeah.
and I say kids, I mean, they're like our age to 30,
right?
probably don't have that, kind of money to drop on
no,
this shit.
No,
Because you don't see people our age driving Supras.
no, definitely not.
Who's driving Supras?
I mean,
30,
well-
30 and up typically.
Yeah, but
know what I
there
mean?
are a bunch of kids our age driving Supras nowadays, M3s, M4s. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Z. I'm not. Like I don't think I'd ever for the money I'd go and buy something way
I'm not
better.
really a fan of Nissan.
I'm not a big
either.
Nissan guy
Yeah.
either. I'll be honest. I see their new Frontier all the time. They're great colors. They have a great color
Yeah.
palette for those: the green, the tan. They got a good paint options.
Mhm.
But the truck just looks ugly. It just looks really, really ugly.
Yeah.
And it's a freaking Nissan. I couldn't get behind a Nissan. Toyota is it. Like Toyota's
I think-
as
yeah.
far that way as I'll go.
Yeah.
And
I've
like, I got
been
my own.
seeing. I've been seeing a lot of the new Land Cruisers out now.
Dude, Lauren and I went to Colosso the other day, driving through and looking at them. Obviously, my favorite truck, my dream truck. Well, I wouldn't say my dream truck, but the one that I really like the most right now is the Tundras.
Mhm.
Like I would love to get into a Tundra one day, but we were just driving through Colosso because I had seen that they had a Land Cruiser there the other day, and they had like 3 of them sitting out. Oh, actually, this is crazy. And you want to talk about prices that are way far out of reach and don't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Let's talk about, well, the Land Cruiser first.
Yeah.
We're talking like a $70,000 price range here,
Yeah.
$70,000 to $80,000 for a Land Cruiser. And then I can only imagine with the Lexus version of
The
the
GX series.
I
Yeah.
can only imagine how far up that is. But we were going through the lot, and this blew my freaking mind. So the new Tacoma, the new 2024, the 4th gen model of the Tacoma.
Oh boy.
For the first time, and the highest trim model that I've ever seen of the Tacoma in person is the TRD Sport, which is exactly the same trim model as I have, which is MSRP is like $6,000 more than the 3rd gen was MSRPing at, right?
Okay.
So significantly higher, and you can blame the technology on that. It is 100% due to technology, because if you go right up to the window and you look at the sticker, there's like a $7,000 additional cost if you want the upgraded tech. So tech is, otherwise you can get it MSRP'd at the exact same price as what I got mine at MSRP'd at, but you miss out on the JBL sound system, you miss out on the fucking 50-inch touchscreen, all that stuff, right? So tech is literally what's driving the market right now. But for the first time, I saw a package or a trim package that was more than the TRD Sport, and it was the Trail Hunter edition.
Yeah.
So this is like that forest green with the bronze, gold wheels, whatever. It comes with the snorkel built into it. Super cool, you know.
They're trying to do like a pre-runner from factory,
Right.
essentially, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So the truck itself looks really small in person.
Really?
Very small in person.
That one or all of the Tacomas?
That one.
That's a single cab.
What do you mean?
Isn't it a single cab?
No, it's a crew cab.
Why does it look smaller then?
I don't know. It just looks very thin and narrow compared to like mine or the TRD Sport.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's like the package with the wider flares or what the hell it is. But anyways, I'm looking at the price on this thing, right? And I don't know what the towing capacity is on this truck. Nor did I care to really look, because I was so fucking flabbergasted by the price. $65,700
For a
mid-size truck.
for the hybrid motor or no hybrid motor?
I do believe that comes with a hybrid motor.
Okay.
So that already in itself is good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. But $65,700 for a mid-size truck that has a 4-cylinder hybrid motor, turbocharged, and comes with wheels, off-road wheels already from the factory. It comes with a snorkel. To me, the mods that are done from the factory still don't warrant $65,000.
Yeah.
Still don't warrant that.
Yeah.
Period. I don't care who you are. So I went from that Trail Hunter, whatever. I looked at it. I'm like $65,700 for that truck. For that truck, that's a mid-sized truck, and that is full-size truck range in terms of price. So
it's what full-size trucks used to be.
right. So exactly. So
Can you hand me the normal rear breed?
yeah. So
And a new glass too.
Lauren and I were talking about it, and so Lauren and I were talking about it because you know how I am when I start looking at prices and stuff, and I start to like really analyze it, right? Because I want to make it make sense, and if I don't think it makes sense, I'm going to like think it super hard, like why is this $65,000? To a point,
I poured that so heavy. I'm sorry.
oh god damn it, to a point where I'll be at a point where I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I would never buy it. I'm gonna stay away from that truck. And that's anything, right? Like if I think it's just too steep in price, there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point in even going near that. So I'm looking at this truck, and I start ranting to Lauren about it. And I told her, I'm like, I guarantee you I could go find a Tundra over there for cheaper, if not the same price. And it's going to be a decent trim package. And by decent, I mean like a premium, not an SR5. SR5 is base, right? So we walk over by the Tacoma or the Tundras, and sure shit, a brand new premium fucking Tundra for the exact same price.
So that means that the mid-size market is bigger than the full-size right now.
It has to be.
100%.
It has to be. Supply and demand is crazy.
That is
for
what I would
mid-size.
expect, yeah.
But it's crazy to me, like for me, right? If I was like, you know what, this is my budget for a truck right now. I want to spend $65,000. I want a mid-size truck, and I can afford $65,000, but I want a mid-size truck for $45,000, right? And I go over there and I see this Trail Hunter, brand new, and they're asking $65,700 for it. I'm gonna say, well, why did I want a mid-size truck, right? Maybe I should just get a full-size truck, because now I don't have to worry about what is the towing capacity. Like I don't have to worry about that at all.
Yeah, and the interiors on the Tundras are way
Beautiful,
better. Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And most of their lower standard options come with all of the cool tech and stuff like that you would get on a high trim model Tacoma. So it's like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, why the fuck would you spend $65,000 on a mid-size truck when you could get a full-size truck that is as
That's
luxurious?
really weird, dude.
It makes no sense.
So have you seen a TRD Pro yet?
No.
And the 4Runners aren't out either yet.
No, the 4Runners, I haven't seen any of those on the lot. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure actually the 4Runners are the new 4Runner, the new generation is technically under the 2025s.
It is, yeah.
So we probably won't see those until like quarter 3 or 4 of 2025.
I'm gonna wait so long for that.
It's a great looking SUV.
I'm gonna wait.
I
so
can't wait
long,
for that
though.
thing. But I doubt we'll see that till quarter 3 or 4
That's weird.
of next year. But yeah, no, I haven't seen any TRD Pros Tacomas for sale yet on the lot. But if I had to guess, if the Trail Hunter is sitting at 65, your TRD Pros are probably going for 75. If I had to guess. So,
Jesus Christ. You know what else you can get? Think about performance cars you can get for $75,000.
I got a lot. There's a ton.
Actually, it's not that much. No, because that's right around super territory.
Yeah. Well, a very high trim model Supra.
No, here's what's crazy. You want to talk about prices? When we were down in Colorado, we were driving back. We passed a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
And Quinn, and this is how you know. You want to know if a car is good or not. Just fucking.
These freaking lunchboxes.
What's your girlfriend's first reaction? It was, "That's fucking ugly." And I was like, "Yep, exactly, dude." And then I was explaining to her how the panels don't line up and everything. It's just. But anyways, $130,000. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can get a Carrera for that amount.
Oh yeah,
A brand new.
Wait, you said what? 130?
130?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, you're approaching.
This is
911
ridiculous.
territory.
You're getting a garbage vehicle that's already had a shit ton of recalls.
Yeah. What? Yeah, dude. That's one. I mean, like, dude, talk about just pissing money away. I mean,
God, Porsche's
Crying
website
out
is
loud.
just fucking gorgeous. Okay, so
It
what
is,
do you
isn't it?
think? Carrera or would it be 718
I'd
territory?
say
Probably not
911 Carrera.
911. You think you can get a 911?
911 Carrera. I think those are going for about 120.
Base model 911 Carrera, 120,000.
Yeah, so
literally.
You get a base model 911 Carrera.
Yeah.
120.
Actually, you could get a. Ooh, no, the Targas go up so far.
The Targas are high. They're very high.
No, you can get a base model.
Also, did they shit can the GT3 for the new?
No,
Because I don't see a GT3 option on there. I see a
Let's
GT3
see.
RS, but I don't see a GT3.
Turbo. Oh, the GT3 base.
Yeah.
That's in a Carrera.
Is it under Carrera?
Yes, if you go to. I don't remember how you go through this.
Change model.
GTS, Carrera 4. Oh,
Dude, I was
did
gonna
you just
say.
stumble onto something?
I was gonna say.
So the
I've been looking.
GT3 trim you think is completely gone?
I think it is.
So there's the 911. So your only two non-electric car options.
Like you can get a GTS. And
So
then
that's
you
a
can get
911. Okay.
Yep.
So your option is 911 Carrera models, Carrera Cabriolet, Targa 4, Turbo Cabriolet, GT3 RS, or the 911 ST.
So that's the thing is I think that the last year that they made just a standard
Wow,
GT3
dude.
was
The
last year.
GT3 RS is so expensive.
It
now.
is, isn't it? It is a beautiful car. I mean, dude, honestly, no matter what, like if I had no budget on anything, the first car I'd buy is a Porsche.
That is
there's
very
nothing else I'd
weird
buy.
that they ended the GT3. That's I don't know why.
Yeah.
That because my dream I want a GT3 touring.
Yeah.
So bad. It's
Yeah.
like a perfect GT car.
And you're not. I mean, maybe not a lot of people bought it. I mean, you know, I don't know. The GTS is fucking damn near close. The 911.
Yeah, but it's
Carrera
not the
GTS.
same engine. That's the thing.
Really?
No. The GTS, I believe, is a smaller engine.
Oh.
I don't think that's the 4.2 or 4.8 or whatever the GT3 was. Let's see. What did you just say? The GTS?
Yeah. I thought that was the same car, just more luxury
Oh,
interior.
it actually might be. That's 532 horsepower.
Yeah. You're not getting
164,000.
that small GT3 wing on the back.
So that's for the Carrera GTS. The Carrera 4 GTS is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Porsche's a little bit odd on that, but
Porsche is a little bit.
that's interesting that they would end that.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Because
but at the same
with
time,
the GT3, you're getting the essentially very similar engine to the GT3 RS.
Right.
It's heavier, but it's way more comfortable. Very, very good handling. Actually, the GT3 is lighter than the GT3 RS,
Right.
which a lot of people don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like the perfect 911.
It doesn't make any sense.
range.
But
That's so weird.
I mean I stumbled across that the other day while looking at Porsche's website. I am in love with the GT4 RS. That is one car that I would love to own.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like for the longest time I've always been 911 GT3 RS. You know, I've never been a big GT2 guy, which is, you know, kind of made sense, but dude, ever since I saw that one Cayman for sale,
Yeah.
for like
The black one.
$25,000, yeah, and
Yeah.
I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I should have. And I saw it lowered, and you know, manual black interior, like man, you know what, that thing looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I have been kind of hooked on the Caymans for a while now.
Yeah.
I think they look really good. The new 718 came in, then the GT4 RS is just, they look great. They're great cars too. They perform well.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately I really want like an 06, 07 Carrera 911. Like I would love that. At least like to dip my toes into the water here with Porsche, that would be probably where I start, and then kind of go like a tuner route with it.
Yeah.
Just like the one that we saw at Throttle Stop that one day.
Yeah.
I want that so bad. But
You know what we didn't talk about? What we missed this weekend? What are we missing this weekend?
what are we missing?
Grid life.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do what do you call it?
Oh yeah.
The midtro.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break,
Perfect.
and you can listen to our past selves talk.
And I gotta pee.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
What do you want to drink today?
Let's do something around that 90 proof.
It's ironic. 90 proof. You get it?
What is that? What does that say on there?
Do you get it? 90 proof. 90. It reminds me of the percentage of people that watch our videos that aren't actually subscribed. 90%.
Wow.
90%.
90%.
Yeah.
90%.
Stings a little bit, just
It
like
does.
this bourbon right
Yeah,
here.
it hurts a little bit
Yep,
actually.
stings a little bit.
If you're listening and you're not subscribed, which would be 90% of you,
Wow.
we're gonna say that again, 90%.
It's outstanding.
Please subscribe.
Yeah.
Not only so you know when we post shit, so that more people can see what we make.
Yeah. Which you put a lot of effort into.
Yeah. To the what is that? 9.5% of you that are subscribed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you get a crisp round of applause.
No way. All right.
Yes.
All right. Sorry for interrupting the podcast.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, have
we're
fun.
gonna go back now.
Yeah, have fun.
All right. What were we talking about?
Grid life.
Grid life.
How we missed it.
Yeah. So we hyped that up and talked quite a bit about it on the podcast, and then here's what happened. Guys, it was $65 a person for one day,
Yeah.
and we weren't gonna stay the night.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, but that's just fucking ridiculous. It was gonna be so much money for us and the women to go.
I mean, and that's the thing is like I don't think that there was any interest for Lauren or Quinn to go
No,
anyways.
no.
Like I don't think they had any interest.
I just wanted to go see Time Attack, and we've also never been to a drift event, so it
Yeah.
was like a plus. And
So, I mean, me personally, I do think that $65 for one day wasn't bad. Like, I do think that for what you get, you know, like you get the music and whatnot, which
Right.
also the music
Okay.
isn't our style.
But well, yes, but then here's the other thing: $65 a day is $5 less than one day of IMSA.
Mhm.
That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like 65. I don't know. But then after we decided not to do that, and we decided to do the Door County trip, which we
Yeah.
wanted to do one this summer and then one in the fall. That's
Yeah.
the goal with the two
Yeah.
cars. So we got the summer one out of the way. But then as we were leaving, we discovered the people that went. Like TJ Hunt was there,
Yeah.
and then this is the one that got me was Larry Chen was there
yeah.
with the camera car.
And he was giving rides to people around the track.
Just I can't. Yeah.
So that's kind of disappointing. that
It's
we missed
disappointing,
that.
yeah. But we
But-
had I would say we had a better experience that
Yeah.
Quinn didn't, but
Mm.
Quinn was fucking dying.
Yeah. But that's the thing is, I mean, she would have been dying at Grid Life too. I mean, it was a smoke show. It was hot. You know, the music isn't really my thing. At least
Dead Mouse 5 is cool, but I only know like 3 of his songs.
Yeah.
Dead Mouse 5, Dead Mouse. I'm retarded sometimes, so just ignore it. But yeah, Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just so people know. We
yeah.
are not gonna miss IMSA though. Connor's gonna miss Friday,
I'm gonna miss Friday
but
because I'm going boating.
he'll
shout out my new squad.
my dude. Yeah. So I'll be there Friday, or I'll be there all day Friday, and then we'll both be there Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for IMSA. It's gonna be a blast.
Me
dude.
too.
It's gonna be so good. And
I'm,
and I was talking with Noah at work. Do you realize that the new Cadillac LMP cars are there?
Yeah,
The hybrid ones
I
that
am-
start out on electric and then start. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I am beyond excited for that shit.
that is gonna be crazy.
I can't freaking wait. But
The lens shows up on Thursday.
which one did you? The same one?
I got the same. I got the new one that I got for the vintage event.
Oh,
So
yeah.
not the white one. This is the Sigma 7200
I see.
F2.8.
Is this long and black or is
It's
it
long and black.
So it's not long.
Not long and
white.
white, long and black. The black one's
Same.
always better.
Yeah. Jesus.
So but anyways, it's E-mount, so it'll actually, what'll be cool is on my camera it'll go
Yeah.
to 200, but if we pop it on your camera it'll go out to 300 millimeter.
Holy fuck.
So you'll be able to get video fucking close as shit when we put that on your
Let's
camera.
do it.
So I'm
I'm
hyped. It's gonna
I'm
be good.
stoked as fuck.
And then
for
hey, we're
that.
gonna be doing a podcast at the campsite
Yep.
on. Well, we'll have to do it Saturday night.
Yeah. With Austin.
Because Saturday or Sunday
we'll be
we
going
have to be
inside and
we have to
then-
be out by 3 on Sunday.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll go back,
plus grocery
but
shopping.
probably not. But yeah, we have to think about our lives too. So
Yeah.
but no, we will have a podcast one of the days at the campsite, doing the recap. It'll either be Saturday night or Sunday morning. We're not
Yeah.
sure yet, but
Yeah.
we'll be there all 3 days.
I'm stoked. I'm beyond stoked. So yeah, I'll be showing up late on Friday.
Maybe not at all.
Why?
Because you might be busy pretty late. You might be coming Saturday morning,
Oh,
dude.
God. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that experience is gonna go. I'm freaking ecstatic about it. I can't freaking wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. My plan is to show up Friday night. But yeah, no, it'd be cool if we could get Austin to come and do a
Yeah.
podcast out on the
Been texting with them.
campsite. You get a little fire going, drink some whiskey. smoke a
Ultimately, it
cigar.
comes down to the picture that they provide us for the site is really bad when I
I
booked
see.
it.
I
So
see.
the pad is for you. The concrete pad for parking is for your truck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna I have a tarp. I'm gonna hang from the trees to
Yeah.
cover the Porsche.
Yeah.
For like when like animals drop shit on it, just so
Yeah,
we're not getting
yeah.
dense.
Do we have like one of those little pop-up tents, like what Austin's dad had for the?
No,
I mean,
I've never used one.
Maybe Austin would bring that one.
For
And
what?
You just park the Porsche under that.
Oh, I don't think it's wide enough.
You don't think so?
No, if you wanted a wide one, I think it'd be too big. But anyways, I know that there'll be enough room for my tent,
Mhm.
and there'll be enough room for your truck, and
Mhm.
then there'll be enough room for me to back the car and behind it because we'll be taking
But
that
then
every
another
day.
car and.
But then another car and a tent is where it's questionable.
I see.
So we're gonna wait, but maybe Austin will be able to show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool though.
We can always cram them tight. I got no problem with that. Hey,
Yeah.
if you want to cover my truck, part of the front of my truck
It's
with
12. It's 12 by 12.
That's-
So what we'll do is my car is 7 feet long. I think most of your truck would be able to cover as well. Then.
that. Nice. Yeah.
So.
What kind of nut to butt it?
Yeah. Well, the other thing we got to think about is your ladder on that tent and how it comes off the back. So you might have to pull in. So we might not be able to do that. We'll have to see how the setup is.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, honestly, what it depends
So
on.
I'd have to park if I'm looking at the campsite right here. Okay, I'd have to pull in because the tent comes off on the driver's side.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I'd have to pull in.
Do you have leveling blocks for the truck yet?
I don't.
You might want to
I
stop
was
by.
thinking
I
about
think
it.
Fleet Farm carries camping supplies. You might want to stop by there and get
I
some.
was thinking about saying screw leveling blocks and just getting a jack for the back.
Yeah, but do you know how much those tall jacks are for those trucks? There's so much.
I mean, it really just has to reach the bottom of the ground and then up to the top or the bottom point of my hitch, and I can just,
That's fair.
and just kind of it'll sit there, just
Yeah.
like an extra.
Or if
support.
it's concrete pad, it might actually just be level enough. You never know.
That's true.
Like I'm not
should
leveling
be.
my fucking tent. I'm just finding the flattest spot I
Right,
can.
right.
So do you have a camp chair?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have any of that stuff.
Yeah.
All I have is a tent.
I have
That's it.
I have everything that we need for food and everything, and we already talked about that. But we'll probably end up bringing Quinn's
Extra chair.
Helinox. You'll just have to make sure you don't break it
Mhm.
because it's expensive. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting,
Dude, I'm stoked to camp. Like I have literally and that's the other thing then is So I'll be using my truck as a work truck now for a little while. I think what I'm gonna do, just to save on gas, is probably after Sunday or on Sunday when I get home, I'm probably gonna take the rack off and the tent off.
That tent has to be killing miles per gallon.
It's not bad. I mean, usually I'm averaging like 18, and I'm still kind of averaging about 17, 18.
So are you going to be able to unbolt it from the bed and leave the tent, leave it mounted to the tent?
Well, no, I'm gonna have to dismantle the whole thing. So what I need to do is I need to build that shelf in my garage, like I need to, because what I'm thinking is the shelf that's gonna go over the Blackstone, I'm gonna leave the bed rack completely together, but I'm gonna set it up there. So then the bed rack will sit up there, the tent will sit up against the wall, and then everything else is in my garage is just gonna sit on top of this shelf, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my plan right now. But I need to get the right fucking screws because I got the wrong screws last time when I tried building it the first time. But yeah, I'm gonna put the tonneau cover back on, and then when we go camping next, or if I do have any type of camping lined up for this year, it's super easy. Just take the bed rack and just put it on, and then bolt the tent to it. It doesn't take a lot. So yeah, super easy. But if I'm gonna be driving this truck around, I'm gonna need to take as much weight off of it as I can. And just put the tonneau cover back on it, especially if I'm showing up to places where there's other people. I don't want them thinking, oh, wow, I just don't need to draw that much attention to myself based off the truck and how I have it built. So
Yeah.
take some shit off of it. Can use the truck bed a little bit more now if I do need to go pick some stuff up. Although I will say I hauled all that wood home, and I'm talking 10
What
foot.
wood?
All the wood that
Oh,
I'm
for
using
that shit,
to build the shelf, and I'm talking 10-foot long 2x4s.
Yeah.
I put it in the truck bed and I ratcheted down from those little points. I ratcheted down just over the obviously lightly so it didn't dent the wood, but yeah, no, that Tacoma Halls wood does the damn thing. I'll tell you that right now. So, and that was with the tent on, so it worked out well, but. Yeah, I'll probably be taking it off until we do have another camping trip lined up, if we have any more this year.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This will be the last event before GAT.
Yes, it will be. So that's the other thing is the only other camping that I'd be doing is maybe if we went to Josie and Evans again. I don't mean to say maybe, but there's not really many opportunities that we get to camp there. Because they're usually pretty busy camping and doing other things as well. So that's the only time that I'd probably use a tent, though.
Plus, dude, it's probably not good for that to be sitting in the sun all day.
It bakes. It bakes. That thing.
That's
cover
gonna get
gets hot.
sun faded as fuck.
Yeah.
Fast if you leave that on.
Yeah. So I don't know. Probably after Sunday, I'll get home. I'll probably pop the tent open in the driveway or in my parking spot. Let it air out. Probably vacuum it out, whatnot, and then. From there, probably get Lauren to come out and help me. I'll unbolt it, pop it down, bring it off, set it in the garage, and be done with it for the year, more than likely. I don't know if there's any other camping trips that I have lined up for this year. So, but yeah, that tent has been a great investment. If you have a Toyota vehicle, a 4Runner, a Tacoma, a Tundra, and you haven't gone Overlander build with that vehicle, you're wrong. You're doing something wrong. I'm telling you. If you're not a big camping person, you should start. You should really start because these tents that you can mount to the truck beds of your vehicle, I mean, dude, it's just sweet. It's a great experience. I mean, literally waking up in the morning and you're like 7 to 8 feet off the ground and all the windows are open. You got a view of the campsite. You can see everything. It is a whole different experience camping inside.
Yeah, I mean, we had a raccoon try to get in the tent.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. You just bypass all that shit.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. You're missing a knob on your mic. Interesting. We'll have to figure out what that went.
Where's that? Oh.
All right. Well, with that, we've got a nice multiple fillets of salmon that we're going to go cook up. We will be sending out batch messages to a lot of people for Gatlinburg.
Yep.
Basically, we're going to be down there. If you would like shoots, we are going to be doing shoots. If you want information, we can give you information on how much we will be charging, as well as availabilities. We won't be available the whole time. We do have stuff for us that we need to film.
Mhm.
And we're also gonna be relaxing a lot more this time. So
Yeah, we got the house that we got last time, was good for nighttime hangouts. But the
Yeah.
house that we got this time, I think it'd be great to utilize that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And kind of vacation a little bit more this year. I think, I don't know. I'd say the stress of this last year, obviously the editing of the last Gatlinburg video doesn't have me as keen to, film another big one like that, because that
so
was
big.
that was a lot of expectation, and a lot of that we put on ourselves. And I think we answered. I think we did a good job executing it. We hyped it up, and rightfully so. That is a great video. But Gatlinburg went by really fast. That's all we were thinking about. I think we just need to take some thought process out of it a little bit this year. Think a little less, do a little bit more.
Yeah, and I'd like to do more mini, like what we talking about, mini shoots.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So
yeah, get out there, build some reels for you guys.
Yeah.
Some core memories for your vehicles that you can look back on. I
sure.
think that's ultimately what it's about. Is when you're bringing your vehicle down to GAT, you're bringing it down one time for a whole year, and it might not be every year. So, and Gatlinburg is a very memorable experience. So if you're bringing your vehicle down there, I hope to one day be able to have a vehicle down there of my own in GAT that I've spent a long time building and a long time caring for. So think about that when you bring your vehicle down there. Is what do you want to bring back? To me, I'd want to bring back rollers and pictures of my car.
Yeah.
Driving through the mountains, because that is it's an experience.
It is.
That you want to be able to look back on. And I look at that Lamborghini almost every time too. That Lamborghini that's in the back of Sam's shot. And man, to think back and say we were in a truck, sweating our asses off, driving through the mountains, filming that.
Yeah,
it's a great time. It's
Yeah.
a great memory too. So, yeah.
Oh,
let us know.
They can't see that. Oh, damn it. Well, that's a cool shot of the Formula One car though. But anyways, yeah. No, I think I agree with everything you said. So, yeah. Keep an eye out for that. We'll be sending messages out on Instagram to. We're gonna make sure we try to damn near everybody that is gonna be going to GAT. So, no, not a fan. Which one was that?
No, I just swallowed it wrong. It tasted great, but it went down wrong.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Excuse me. Not off the top of the dome. Can't think of anything else. We're gonna try our hardest to fill out this wild turkey run.
Yeah.
But
we'll have to bring one down. We'll have to get one and bring it down to IMSA.
Yep.
Okay, and then we'll do another one with. We got another guest coming on in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2
So
weeks. It's
2
gonna be a big one
weeks.
for us too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very fun storytelling episode.
Will be.
Yeah, that'll
Will
be
be.
some good stories. So, all right, sweet. I think that's it.
That's it.
All right, that's it.
Sorry for the kind of like all over the place, slow podcast today. We had a break last weekend, and it usually takes us one to get back into it. But
Yeah.
we'll be our normal, and it's raining out. It's just one of those Sundays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is one of those Sundays. You went to the gym. I went for a run, and I'm like just ready to sit down and do nothing. So, so yeah, we'll have more energy next time on the campsite.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be so nice
That's
with
gonna
the
be
fire
sick.
going
yeah,
too.
dude, that's
All
gonna
right.
be sick.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.
See ya.